I just wanted to jump on and share my experience today of working with a client that I've been working with for, gosh, this must be his 6th session now, on a play that he's creating with the intention to take it, the bigger goal, to Edinburgh. You may remember me talking about this particular client if you've been following these videos. And we had our final session for this particular package today with the intention that he's got a series of characters in this beast of a surrealist play about a downtrodden guy who manages to tear a hole in the cosmos and comes into contact with all these different characters. He really has got a wonderful mind. And I thought I'd share with you my final experience of working with him today on his final scene that he brought to me. Not final scene in terms of where it comes in the play, but final scene that he wanted to explore. So he's explored, gosh, 6 different scenes with me, 6 different characters. The first 2 being his early life, and then it's suddenly taken a surreal turn as he gets into this world that is beyond normality. But it's been really a wild experience for me, and we were working with two actors today that were on paper they read as waiters, but from what Mark's it's more about the symbolism for the client, Mark, what he wants these characters to stand for, and really they feel more like jailers to him. They feel more like he feels very trapped, and all these emotions that are served in dishes. So each time he's served a dish, he goes through an emotional exploration. And I have been very conscious setting this up to not get locked in my head, because this is not a piece that you can get analytical about. Well, you can get, but I don't really feel it serves the playing of it. But that being said, I could see in the actors today on talking about this piece, there was a lot of confusion. And if you're an actor listening to this, as you will probably experience, you know that confusion doesn't help you in your acting. So you're always looking really, and for yourself as an actor, if you're watching this and you're working on your own, you're looking for the light bulb moment to go off, the bit where it resonates, the bit that, okay, it might not be realized that yet, but you can turn it into something actionable. What was quite surprising today, because my role today was more as a creative, more like a director, creative writing facilitator. So I was curating a workshop for them, basically, which is very different to an acting coach or acting teacher, where I'm my main purpose there is to help them develop their acting. So we had 90 minutes to cover 2 improvisations, and it did make me realize, as directors, and I think about this when I talk to some of my director friends. So if you're a director here, this is something for you to think about. We really get the most from our actors when we know them really well, where we have a regular experience of working with them. We may just drop it lucky, and we may just be landed with an actor who we completely connect with and is very free and available and who just gets us. But we want to give ourselves a helping hand and have a say in the actors that we cast. It all worked out in the end, but it felt, because I was working with 2 actors today who one's a really great actor with is able to take direction and flow with it, but the 2 actors didn't really know each other, and the 2 characters that they were playing were supposed to be very in sync. I did do a quick exercise at the beginning, which was Meisner based, to get them into connection with each other, but I felt that they could have had more time exploring that. So me and the client have discussed at the end extending the workshop time. We really, when you're doing a creative writing workshop, you want to give yourself a good couple of hours, because that warm up and how we get into it, it really is the foundation, right, for what we craft. And also ample time to reflect and percolate at the end, because we need to let it come to a conclusion, otherwise it's going to kind of spill and it will stay with us, because that's us as artists. We take our art around with us. Yes, so give yourself, if you're an actor, writer, or just a creator, and you're creating something of your own, give yourself ample time in a workshop situation with actors, because they are going to bring their own ideas too, and you've got to allow a little bit of movability to get the most out of it. Also, what I noticed today is what one of the actors brought. He looked at the script and he had an idea and he made a choice. And when I sent it a different way and I presented something completely different, he was shocked, stony face. It really threw him, because he had a certain idea of how to do it. Now, this is not to say don't come with ideas. Do come with ideas, but don't be locked into the ideas, which was the complete opposite to the other actor who hadn't even looked at the script and hadn't really thought about it. In a way, we want somewhere between the two. We want to get a maybe a visceral understanding of it, but then be able to put it down, to dump it, to not be playing it intellectually. If we're playing it intellectually, it's not fully realized. And the point of the creative workshop, from my point of view, is to play with these actors into realization. So yes, today felt a little bit clunky in parts, and it did take the actors a while to kind of warm and find a sense of who they are, and what they want to do with it. But once there was magical moments that came out. So what they started to find within it is they started a sense of repetition, of echoing, and it made the world feel more surreal. And yes, I noticed that my direction started to become led by what they were instinctually bringing, rather than telling them completely what to do. It gives the actor no creativity or autonomy. But we were talking at the end about how the unknown can feel terrifying, but we need a sense of an unknown, because that's where creativity is born, that's where discovery is born. So yes, and what am I going to leave you with today? Yeah, give yourself enough for confidence, but allow space for discovery.